What's up, guys? Welcome back to Vertical Play Part 2, where we're going to go over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more maps, and we already went over the top 6, so if you have missed those and want to know how to play vertically on every single one of them, then go ahead and check that out, but we're going to move on to the next 6. So we're going to start with Kafe, so I'm going to waste no time, get straight into Kafe, because I know this is going to run around 30 minutes, so we got to get into this because it does take some in-depth detail to learn every single map. So Kafe it is. Let's get into Kafe. So out of all the maps, I think Kafe is probably the best for defensive vertical play. And I'm going to show you why. The whole top floor is destructible, and it's just amazing for stopping most pushes. I mean, most people push from red hatch or new hatch, whatever you want to say, red stairs hatch, or the new hatch. It depends on which one they go through. But for example, I think for the most part, a lot of people drop through here, or they drop through this hatch. And the great thing about this is there's only two places to go. There's either come this way and peek this way, right? Sit by this pillar, do some of this, or go into piano room, which, surprise, it's all breakable from the train room. So keep that in mind. And this is their only safe spot. So if your teammate's playing in some cheeky angle way over here, then you kind of have piano locked down as a pulse from underneath, assuming you don't get killed. Now another thing is right beneath or right above library area, there's this area where people like to put their mirrors. So I'm going to break open where people sit a lot, or at least where I see people sit sometimes. I love how people just sit here, poke a hole, and play like a little rat. It's really one of my least favorite things, actually, when people just do something like this. Because from this side, it's literally so hard to see from that far, considering this black pot's there and everything. But that's beyond the point. People like to sit around here, behind this little bar thing. And then, of course, we have all of freezer. So this is all breakable. It's just a little more risky as a defender, in my opinion, or as an attacker, in my opinion, since roaming is so heavy on this map. I think this is really, really well played as a pulse from underneath if you are attacking or are a defender, because the common plant spots are all in wood. So people like to plant behind the bars, people like to plant behind this, try to drop down and plant here. People sometimes will even do it here, but all this can be countered by just some good vertical play on the defensive side. You could also do this on the attacking side as well, but I just see more power with a defender playing these roles. So vertically, this is the whole bar area, right? So this is the first bar we showed you. This is the corner of that bar, right? This is a common plant spot. This is a common plant spot. And this sometimes is a plant spot when people drop down hatch, try to smoke it out, get a quick plant off, and then watch it from the hatch. You'll see that sometimes, but for the most part, this, and then over here is the new hatch. So breaking open this, you'll see the hatch right above. So playing as a pulse down here, you can probably see how powerful it might be if you are able to make quick rotation holes over, or just run around. Of course, you have this, you have the new hatch, you have common plants, you have another common plant, and then you have all of piano, which is right here. So breaking open this is the piano door leading into piano. The window will be somewhere around here. If you have pulse, it's obviously a lot easier to find, but yeah, it's right there, exactly. But this is where that is. So playing with the C4 below is very powerful, but even without the C4, you still just need to memorize a few spots, right? Common plant, new hatch, and then all of library is over here. But this is usually more better, I guess, for attacking. I think this is a good place to enter if you're trying to attack and cause some disruption. People will sit here. A mirror sometimes is there, and then over here. Obviously, this is a little more risky because you have crossfires from all sorts of angles, especially over here. So I like to hang out in the library and just cause some chaos on this side. Plus, you can also get access to freezer connected to library, and you only have 2 doors to worry about, right? Instead of sitting in the middle of an open area and having shots come by everywhere. So that's basically all I have to say about this part of the map, right? Freezer, library. This is the just above, watching over new hatch. That's a good place. Common plant, new hatch, common plant all of pianos right here. So pulse play over here, and I think attacker play over by library if you want a short version of this. And the same here goes for downstairs and kitchen. I don't have any more bucks, but I can show you just one angle here that is absolutely really good that I've been killed by a few times. If you are roaming upstairs and for some reason your teammates are like, they're entering, right? They're going to prep. This is looking right into prep, and I'm going to show you exactly where that's looking at. That is the door from bakery to the kitchen, obviously. So you go through bakery, and once you get here, surprise, what do you see? You see nothing, but they see you right there from this high angle. But for the most part, you're looking here. So if you shoot anywhere around here, right, or impact grenade it. I usually play this with Legion if I'm going to do this, and just hold a angle here and watch upstairs as well. You have the easiest block to the prep room and push this way. You can't obviously defend anything there, but a lot of the times if they give up on this wall, they go straight through here, and that's where they will find struggles. This is becoming more well known, but just keep that in mind from an attacker or a defender, whatever way you want to use it. Just remember as an attacker that you can use it the same thing, but look that way, of course. Or just be aware that this is becoming more common sitting up here. But the same thing goes for other parts of the kitchen. So the dining room right above kitchen right here is breachable. It has the hatch as well. So playing upstairs on this site isn't the best because most camping places, you know, like there, over here, they can't really be breached very good from above. So the only real place I like to play is right above here, and that's all I could think of vertically for this map. I like the top story vertical play, and then of course if you end up in library for some reason defending there or attacking there, the same thing goes but looking down. So right above this, of course, is right up here. So just look at it the other way, and the same thing goes for library, and vice versa with the dining room right here. So, you know, shooting upwards will get you here. Can't play vertically that way, but you can play vertically in kitchen prep. Same thing goes for over here. Moving along the list, we go on to border, which is another map with the two main objectives with a lot of vertical play. So first things first, let's look at this bandit wall. This is the main door. I'm just going to break this. This is always going to be bandited whenever you're attacking this site right here, when you're attacking the armory and this little office. So just to keep this in mind, this whole floor is destructible. This is the floor that you'll most likely be actually destroying though if you are attacking, just because it's the easiest to get access to. Just one way in, one way out, quick and easy. It's basically all the white tile is according to this, and then this can be shot through the front door. But that does not mean you can come over here and shoot this way. This goes both ways, so we can. It's literally the same room. The other popular site, which is downstairs in this room, the workshop right below us. So whenever I break open all this, you'll see that this goes both ways, of course, just like everything, and this entire floor is breachable. So pulse play is strong once again, as well as buck play. So the nice thing about this bandit charge is if you are a Zofia, Ash, or something, you don't even have to come inside. You pop one hole here, crouch down, Ash right there, boom, boom, all the bandits are gone, and that's basically all you need to do. Now, if you're a buck, you do need to get in more, kind of boom, boom, but it should be quick and you should be able to get out fast if that's your only goal with buck. But after that, I would usually rotate around here and try to kill the person that is usually sitting behind this little cubby or half wall. This is a very common place to camp, so bucking this floor is always good, but you just gotta watch out because people are starting to counter this a lot and poke holes somewhere, you know, just somewhere inconspicuous, and watching this window and waiting for the buck to come in. Same thing with this side. Sometimes they'll poke holes over here to watch you from this side. But the reason why whenever you are defending the ventilation room and workshop, that people will literally castle up top, reinforce up top, is because this whole floor is breachable, and it's absolutely insane because every little camping spot you can think of has a breach spot. You know, every little place that people sit at can be breached. All of this can be breached. People sitting here aren't safe. People going through the rotation hole aren't safe. People even sitting on the other side aren't safe. So having upstairs control of this map is so important. That's why you're going to see people playing upstairs so often, because this entire thing is breachable. And for the last site, this is CCTV, so it's just as important as the other ones if you end up playing the site, but this should always be the last choice of a site. Nice thing is though, is this part of the room has a lot of beams, so even when you do get through it, this side's not as important as, say, tiles, big tiles like this, which is right above us in CCTV. But for the main two sites, it's the same rooms for both sites. They both are pretty much in the same exact spot, just different floors. So same place that you'd go under, just go straight above it. So this is square, or this is half wall. I'll show you. Half wall is right there, and that is the little ventilation room. This right here obviously is pretty important, and then of course down here is all of the camping spots that you'll see. Over here is the furthest wall, so from here over is all site. So all the way over here is site. This is where a lot of people like to camp, is underneath this hatch. But you're gonna see, and once you get higher ranks, everyone plays above. Even honestly gold, I see people playing above because everyone realizes how strong playing above is, especially on the site down below. But that's all I can think of for vertical play on border. And then of course this room is the last site you should ever pick, but I'm not going to go over every little spot on the site because it's not as important as, say, the two sites that you'll probably play. Literally every time you play border, you're going to play these two sites most often. Onto our third map, which is Coastline. The two main sites you're going to be playing, you have hookah, which you will be playing a lot. So we're going to go into here first, and then you also have kitchen. So this floor, it's nice to know, this is all breachable. This is from Sunrise Bar right below. This is all breachable as well. If we look towards common plant, right, this is blue bar. And if we look towards the rotation hole, which is usually right around here, then you will see this is all inside right below. So this right here is going to be Sunrise Bar. So right below hookah is Sunrise. So let's look at common plant spots, break open those just so we can see where those are from underneath. So common plant, people like to plant and or camp behind these, either defense or offense or attacking. People like to camp underneath this hatch or on this hatch most of the time. So breaking open that's probably important. People like to, you know, play on the bomb, of course. So that's important. And then of course this is one of the common planet or camping spots right here in this corner. You'll see a smoke try to glitch it. You can put a smoke here and it'll kill someone in aqua. So just keep that in note. There's always someone going to be sitting around there most of the time. So that's for this site. We're going to go downstairs now just to show that. And then of course below here where people like to sit behind this couch is this little office that people like to play in. So it's just good to keep in mind. I think this is better for attacking most of the time, but obviously it's played both ways. But this map, I like it for attacking for the most part. So right when you enter into Sunrise from your pool entrance here, this is all where hookah starts, right? Hookah door is right there. So right above here, you're gonna see hookah door, which is right there, of course. And then here is the common plant. People like to plant here and here. And then from a defender camping point, they like to plant, or they like to place themselves in these anchor points here. They like to sit here. And then we got to go to blue bar for most of it, which is right here. It looks like it's not a breachable floor, but it is just above. It's just wood. So this is the common plant. underneath A here, and then the place where everyone just loves to sit. This is the rotational hole, and this right here is aquarium right by that, right by this couch. The couch is right there, hatch is right here, so they're either gonna be sitting on the couch, behind the couch, right here by the couch. So if you like to play aquarium, I think a good way to go about it would be to shoot out the floor from under them, shoot out the bar from under them, which is over here, and then you can come back up here, repel, and now that you have a claymore, you can stick right there, so no runouts, and then make your push towards the top of top aquarium, and then into sight, of course. It kind of minimizes places people will be camping. People aren't just going to sit where your holes are, right? So there's no place that people can sit in an aquarium. They'll sit in luggage, or they'll just run back to pool table and or site. And I think I forgot to show this place right here. This is just right above the blue bar, so we'll go back down just to show that. And then I want to go over to kitchen, because that is the other main site here. So let's go over to blue bar. It is right here by the common plant. I didn't specifically say it, so here's common plant, here's camping. Common plant, camping. So they're right here. So you break open all that, and then you can watch the bomb if your team plants there, and watch the smoke player, usually that is playing right here. So either of those, just know that this whole floor area is breachable. I know a lot of people avoid it in general, but it is completely breachable. So now I'm going to go into another round so I get new breaching charges, and then we're going to go over this site and the site above up in VIP. Now into kitchen. Hopefully this is like opening your eyes to how many sites vertical play is actually useful. So the main spots that people are going to be playing is right around this rotation hole and this whole little cubby right here. People will play on this side of it, and people will play over here. So if you think about it, if you just break above, I love just doing this on every map that I do this. This is what I do before, and before I ever even make these videos, and long before I ever actually was even on this platform. So this is what how I found out my vertical play, how I learned vertical play. I went on maps and I did exactly this. I went where I was and then shot up and see where stuff leads to. So right now, you know, we are in VIP, so that's important. Now if we go over here, we break open this is the door. People like to sit over here. People like to sit mainly though over here in this cubby, because their rotation hole will be here, and then they have the bomb right here that they could sit on too. So all this is nice. This is the only place that they're safe in this whole room alongside this area. So so the main places that people actually camp, right? This corner, over here, over there, wherever they might sit. The anchors, at least, you can kill them because soft. Most people don't sit on this side, but if they do, they're going to rotate it through here eventually. So sit and wait above. So let's go above, show where that is, and that goes the same way if you ever are playing the site over here. So let's go over here just to show where the site is. So from this side, let's go over to where kitchen is. So kitchen is right underneath us whenever we get over here. This is the first cubby, right? This is the place where it is unbreakable. As you can see, it's concrete there, and then this is the place where it is breakable. So here is this entire little cubby where people camp at. The bathroom door is just right around here. And if you go into here, this is where the money spot is. This is the camping heaven. This is the rotation hole. So break, and then watch that. And then people will also try to tuck themselves into this little area right here once they realize that you are onto them right here. So I like doing this with sledge because I have nades. I can nade out of this corner, I can nade out this corner, I can nade through the rotation hole in case they're sitting like on the bomb where I can't really see them particularly, or I would have to like shove my head in here to see them, and then there's just too much risk to vertical play at that point. And if you just keep breaking along the line and end up here, this is where people like to get cover if they're trying to peek at the window that's way over there. So that's the main thing here. This is the main door, and then the same goes for vertical play whenever you're attacking this site, because this is breachable up as well. So people sitting behind this bed, people sitting over here, right? This is all connected into this little connector room between bathroom and then kitchen, of course. So that is this map. Hopefully everyone likes this map. Hopefully people use this map. I think this is a great map for vertical play, but no one uses it. Every map has great vertical play. Almost every map, I should say. But people just don't use it. People don't take advantage of it. Become a vertical player. I promise your game will go up by so much, especially if you are solo queuing. So let's hop into the next one. So this is when the video starts getting long. So we are into Themepark. I broke open some holes just before because I know that most people know what's going on basically whenever they're watching these. So for absolute beginners, you know, this is a very big entry point whenever you are attacking the, okay, go down to the shot mode, when you're attacking dragon. So dragon's right here. This is one of the most overpowered sites in the whole game, but the only way to win this is vertically. I think as a defender, the best way to play barrels, if you want to try to get some easy picks, is sitting above barrels, watching the window from above, or just playing right here, right? Same difference, I think, because this is so common now, but that's just good to note, just so people always know that this is very common coming out of this window. So if you're coming through this window, or you could play it that way, just know that it's there. This, however, is not ever really used. This is the front door to the site. A lot of rotations come through there. And then this is the only way you're ever going to win this round. If you are trying to actually ever win throne room and armory, it's very hard, but you're going to have to be able to play above. So I broke open some things that are important. This wall is important. You can get this open easily. These walls are going to be the two hardest to get open without a thatcher. That's going to be pretty tough, but still possible, very possible. So let's go upstairs to show you where those spots are. I think those are the only important spots on this whole map, so this will be a quick one. Only ones worth noting at least. So here is the window, right? So proning here, you have access to the entire window. So right by this bed mattress, to the left of it, that's probably where I would make my hole. You could also just open up the hatch and play it for the jump in, but that's a little more obvious. I think if you open that, then you play this, then that might be the move. But that's that. And now going towards where the site is, that is all in this room. So you need to be able to get into the office somehow to be able to get like the wall like this, and then have your thermite come through here, down here, and then that's that wall. So if you're able to destroy that wall, then bada bing, bada boom, you have this site completely open. Only place they can be sitting is by the fireplace, which you really can't really get an angle on. I guess you kind of can, maybe nade it with a sledge, but that's about as far as you can go there. I think you could get a nade in there if you really tried. Yeah, that would be a good nade spot if you had a nade to get anyone off the fireplace while your team pushes through this wall because you broke open this. And then everyone's going to have to be sitting in the throne room, which is pretty easy to hold off. So I think that's the only way to truly win this site without just getting lucky frags or the other team just being bad and not sitting all in sight, because that's how powerful the site actually can be. So I think that's the only important things about this map. All other vertical play is pretty useless. This does not open down to throne room. It won't work up either. The only other thing you can do is play vertically whenever you're attacking this site, but the problem with this is roamers on this map are very existent. Very, very existent. And, you know, coming down here and bucking this main floor probably is not going to work. You have too many crossfires, boop, boop, drug, everything. So I think the only site that's really viable on this map is right this room, and it's the way you either win or lose it. So that would be Themepark. So the good news for people on a time constraint, this map is another one with just a short few basic points in it, and that's with study room, aviator room, and then of course by bar over here. So this wall right here, there's either going to be mirrors or bandits that you would probably want to get here. So some sort of entry now. So let's break open this. That's good. And then the rotation hole will be somewhere in here, but we're not going to show that. Now we move over here. There's going to be another bandit and or Mira. So you could either open this up for your team or whatnot. Bar. People will sit at bar. Obviously, that's a good place to sit behind, usually as an anchor. And then of course vault room. So this is all breachable. Just want you to know that. It's not the easiest to get to because this is a very big map, a lot of places to roam at, but if you have a team working with you, it can be very powerful, very powerful. And the same thing goes for over here in this site. This site is breachable as well. So let's go ahead and break this right now, just so we know where stuff is. And you can also go behind a few places that people like to camp, which is astronomy. A lot of people like to headglitch this or sit behind the desk. So let's shoot open this, then we'll go downstairs, examine where everything is, and of course that is pretty important. So we'll do good pulse play alongside. We'll play pulse on this map. Just know where stuff is. Just like playing above study or playing below study with a pulse can be very good. So let's go under study real quick, and then we'll show where that is. So study room is just right in this room right here. So study is right above here. Right, so this is the door, this is the study door, this is all of study. So playing pulse around here can be pretty good. Plus you're able to try to deny people from coming straight up the stairs through this door. So playing in here could be a good idea as a pulse. Playing anywhere really can be good as a pulse. Every map has a good place as a pulse, but in specific, place that I just think is very underplayed is right around here. Of course, it's very easy to get roam cleared whenever you're sitting here, but a lot of power if people do not roam clear, which in ranked, it's kind of rare to see someone go out of their way to roam clear. Now moving forward as a buck player, if you are playing as a attack, obviously, this right here is the one mirror wall, right in this piano room. So you most likely would enter through art studio, go into piano, and then buck right here. Then keep on moving through. This will be the vault, and then the more tough wall to get is right in the middle of this hallway. So the good news about this hallway is it doesn't have too much crossfire. There's of course here, but for the most part you're gonna have to clear through here to get to here. So this will be clear. Most of the time people will just run through main stairs, and hopefully your team is pushing down here. And the only thing you really have to worry about is a hard roamer that is running down red stairs here. So for the most part you have all entry. Vault, and then the main wall that you need to take note of is this wall, and then the wall over there. You can kind of get a good view of it here too, but for the most part you're going to want to be in piano room whenever you're looking at this wall. Same thing for this wall though. They both can be played, both get the bandits off, get that wall open completely, and then you have full access to the site. So that's just something to keep in mind of. And then coming on over towards the other trophy statue room area, this is the other wall that is important to get open if you are attacking from master side. This is that wall. So just sitting in dining room obviously can be a little risky, but all you have to do is just come through laundry, go to dining, and then look where this bomb usually would be if you ever played this, or just look for these barrels right here. Look up, and the wall is between these two beams. So just ash out this or buck out this, whatever you're trying to do, and that's the main wall. Other than that, I don't think vertical play is that strong on this site. You can do things obviously right by Astro if you're trying to push the stairs, which is nice because this of course, but there's not much there. You know, this is where the people like to sit behind that barrel, so bucking this and this is all you really can do there. I like this site more for pulse because you can play underneath master, which can be very powerful from denying the thermites to get this wall, which can be pretty problematic if they get numbers on you. And this wall's open, easy plants, a lot of angles you need to watch, bathroom, astronomy, here. So that is Villa. I like Villa, but just don't think it's the strongest vertical play map. But every map can be very good at vertical play as long as you do it right. I just haven't nailed it yet, but here are the spots, the main spots at least, that I use on Villa if I am choosing to play vertically. The last map though, definitely the least favorite out of every map on ranked pool. Everyone hates this map. For the most part, a lot of people just hate it because they just hate it. You know, it's a new map, or newest map, I guess. For the most part, it is the newest map, I guess. The newest new map. I know there's reworks and stuff, but Outback is the newest new map, and no one likes it. So you know, that's just the way it is. I'm okay with it, but vertically, it's just so much to get the hang of because it's just so large in general. Outback is pretty big, but just like any other map, if you learn it, it's the same amount of power. This is all breachable, every single part of it. So common angles or common spots, right? People like to sit behind here. People like to sit in piano. So piano is easy to clear out from underneath and easily push up these stairs, which can be very powerful. So that's the only thing I would look at here. Look at camping spots. I don't ever play vertically because I always get roamed. The roamers on this map, insane. But vertically, I just would like to show the spots still because I am doing every single map. So here is going to be the #1 anchor point, or it's that and then a close tie here. There's piano as well. So piano comes through this wall, right, and then here's the stairs. So right here you could get someone flushed out of here. Meanwhile, you could also kill or at least get the people out of piano and then be able to come up these stairs, attack these stairs, and then basically be in sight, right? You have this site and then this site right here. So there's nothing they can really do about it once they're in there, especially if you push them out of piano room as well as get them out of their anchor point. So they're going to be running towards the bathroom side, and if you didn't break open this, which you probably won't because it's just in such a weird spot underneath, you probably have full access to the site, but B is still going to have that anchor there, which will be in this little office, wherever it is. It's right over here. If you go through here, this map is just so big, it's so hard to get to these places, right? You can obviously go under, but it's just not easy access. So here is the other camping spot. I ran all the way around it, obviously, but here, and if you really want to, you can go through here, but just so many places people can be once you get over here. I would much rather play sound cues over here than have to run across here face checking everything, right? I don't want to face check all this. I just want to go back to where I wanted to be. So I want to push piano. I'm not going to come over here because this is just not that important to me. I'm going to kill them anyways once I get up piano, and I think it's just wasted energy to go all the way around. But Outback is just not that fun to me. That's why I don't think it's liked that much, because a lot of people feel the same way. But vertical play is still a strong factor. All of this entire floor is vertically able to be played. If mirrors are here, vertical play, right? Just go downstairs, enter through downstairs, and buck away, and you'll eventually hit them. But I don't have much insight on this map, and for the most part, I'm not going to pretend to be an expert. All I know how to play really vertically is piano room, but I do see the value, right, if you do learn vertical play from underneath. It's pretty simple though. This is right under here is going to be just a this is the hallway, that's the stairs, right? So just right under garage, go through here, and then you have full underneath access. This is why this is a pretty good place to anchor at, or around anchor, you know, just sit around site. As electrical room, because a lot of it's not breakable. But needless to say, people don't really play too much vertical play on this map anyway, so I don't think it would make too much of a difference. But regardless, I really enjoyed making this. There was a lot. We did it in 2 parts, 6 and 6, and I think both are going to end up around 30 minutes. I haven't put this one together yet, obviously, but it's going to end up around 30 minutes is what I'm assuming. Thank you for watching this far. I know it's long, but hopefully there was some insightful stuff. I know probably Outback wasn't very insightful, but I think the map is going to be taken out of the ranked pool coming in the next few seasons, so just wait for that. You don't have to learn it too much. I think I would just grind through it. Just grind through this map as much as you can right now, but it's going to be gone eventually, so don't worry too much about it. Don't worry about mastering it. I would master all the 11 other maps before then. And with that, I'll see you guys in the next one. And if you enjoyed this, hit subscribe. I know a lot of people aren't subscribed, so please do that, and I'll see you in the next one.